Do you have a teen or tween in your life who likes to take selfies with your phone? Well, I certainly do. In this process video, I'm featuring a layout called Favorite Selfie. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel, where I feature all things scrapbooking and crafting. If that's what you're into, make sure you hit the subscribe button. When you do, click the bell. That way you'll know each and every time a new video is posted. So today for this layout, I'm using the March 2020 Hip Club kit, and I'll make sure to post product links to all available products in the description box, as well as on the Victoria Marie blog, where you can see pictures of the completed project. I'm showing you some of the products that I'm using here from various manufacturers, from Pink Fresh Studio, from Paislee, Crepe Paper, Heidi Swap, Stickers by American Crafts, and Jen Hatfield. Lots of fun stickers, die cuts, sticker fonts, and beautiful pattern paper to create this layout. Now this kit, and I believe I shared this in the previous video, Hip Kit Club offers not only a main scrapbooking kit, but they also offer a scrapbook kit add-on, and that's what I'm using. Here are all those pattern papers. Of course, I've already cut into those because I've been making projects like crazy, and I still have a few 12 by 12 pattern papers left over. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So from the kit, I selected a couple pattern papers, the black check gingham, as well as the white pattern paper, which has sort of a marble design. That's the best I can describe it. And then this beautiful heart paper that looks like watercolor hearts. What I want to do is I want to back that paper with some black cardstock to give it a point of delineation. Otherwise, it seems like it fades into the background a little bit more than what I like. So I went ahead and trimmed down a block of this paper, a strip of this paper. Next up, I'm going to add some adhesive to the white pattern paper. I trimmed this down about ½ inch or an inch, and I want to back it on this black and white gingham, but because I love this pattern so much, it's one of my favorite patterns, I'm going to go ahead and hollow out the middle, and that way I'll have some remaining that I can use for another project. Now I'm cutting this roughly about an inch, something like that. Some of them are probably more than an inch, but that's okay. I'm just going to trim out just enough so I can have plenty of that paper to use for other projects, using my scissors to clip the corners there. And then I also realized after I hollowed out the paper that I added adhesive in the middle of the solid white cardstock, or not, it's not solid white, it has a pattern on it, that pattern paper. And so I want to go ahead and add some washi tape over the adhesive so that it doesn't stick to my page protector. So I totally forgot that I was going to hollow out that black and white gingham pattern paper. So anyway, I resolved that issue. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add in this strip of pattern paper with the hearts, and then bring in my photos. My photo collage is made using the Pick Frame app that is available for Android as well as iPhone. What I did was I uploaded it to my computer and I resized it so it can be a little bit larger on some 8.5 by 11 paper. I went ahead, printed it out, and then I trimmed it as one unit, and then I cut the lower third to put at the bottom of the layout, and then the top 2/3 I'm going to put at the top of the layout, and in the middle of that I'm going to add my title. You're going to see that come together here in a second. Now before I do all of that, I want to go ahead and trim the photos, or actually back the photos on some black cardstock. Again, needing to add a bit of delineation because those photos are printed in black and white. I didn't want them to just fade into the background. I wanted them to pop a little bit. So that's why I went ahead and mounted that with some black cardstock. So that's a really good design trick when you need to add just a little bit more detail, or you want a little bit more pop and have something stand out on your layout when your colors are muted. Alrighty, so now I have that backed with some black paper. I'm going to go ahead and add adhesive to the entire piece, and then I'm going to lay that down on my layout. Everything left justified, somewhat in the center, but left justified. Now I'm looking at my thickers, and I want to use this word that says favorite. I love this set. It has sort of an ombre tone to it. And I like the purple because, of course, it goes well with the colors and those hearts and that pattern paper. And so I'm going to go ahead and add that to the middle, and I sort of shifted it just slightly to the right. And now I'm going to add in the other set of thickers. And I'm forgetting the names of these. Again, I have the product links in the description. And I'm going to spell the word selfie. So the title is going to be Favorite Selfie. Now, I wanted this to pop a little bit more on the layout, and I needed a little bit of space because I have that word favorite down there, and so those chipboard stickers wouldn't lay flat on the layout when they were overlapping the word favorite. So I'm going to pop those up on a little bit of foam so that not only do they stand up, but I also have a little bit of height and dimension, which adds a lot more interest to that title. Once the title is done, I want to go ahead and do some embellishing. So for this layout, I'm going to create a cluster of flowers and some other die cuts and embellishments to the top left of the title, and then I'm going to repeat that to the bottom right of the title as well, and that's going to finish out my clusters. And I'm looking at my sticker options, and that sticker sheet there by Jen Hatfield has a lot of whimsical stickers like little animals and flowers and stuff like that. And animals I don't normally use, but I'm kind of coming around to the idea about it, particularly when I'm doing layouts about my daughter. So I'm going to go ahead and complete those clusters again, adding some stickers and some die cuts. I'm adding this little, I think that's a rainbow sticker that I just added, a label as well as a butterfly, and then a little kitty cat there at the left. To add a bit of direction to this design, I'm going to add a die cut arrow that's going to go right there by the title. I felt that that needed a little something there in that space. These pink Paislee butterflies from the Bloom Street collection are fantastic. They have a little bit of sticky adhesive on the back, a little foam adhesive, so it makes it easy to add to the layout. And I pretty much have only 2 of these left. I went through these like crazy, and I'm thinking I might have to find them and buy another set because they were my favorite embellishment out of this particular kit. I'm also using the Say It in Crystals enamel dots. This is from the Prima Surf and Sun collection. I believe that's what it's called. I'm going to sprinkle a few of those. Some of them have a little bit of a glitter design. Some of them have an iridescent design, and I thought it would be perfect. They look so pretty on this layout with all those colors and whatnot. And my daughter likes sparkly things, so I thought that would work. Now I need a spot for my date, so I'm going to use my tab punch by We Are Memory Keepers, and I'm going to create a black tab there to the right hand side, and then I'm going to take some sticker fonts from Felicity Jane. They're a square puffy font. I love the way these things feel, and I've been hoarding them like crazy. I'm going to spell out March 20th right there at the top. I have been very cognizant of putting dates on my layouts. I have a ton of layouts. In fact, I'm looking at right now, sitting on my floor in my studio, that I need to organize, and a good number of them don't have dates. So I'm trying to make sure that I put dates on my layouts so that I'm not struggling to remember when particular events happened. Now we need to add some journaling. So I created a journaling block in Microsoft Word, just a text box. I sized the text box and of course wrote my journaling, and that's going to go to the right hand side of the top photos there at the top of the layout. I've been very mindful to make sure that I'm adding really good journaling. And by good journaling, I don't mean you have to write big long blocks of journaling, but it actually tells the story or conveys what you want it to convey for your particular story. So when I go back and I look and I read, I want to remember what was going on, what I was feeling, and why that story was so significant in my life. All right, so now we have the completed 12 by 12 layout favorite selfie using the March 2020 Hip Kit Club kit. Again, all of the product links are posted in the description of this video as well as on the Victoria Marie blog. I love the way this layout came out. There's something really striking about black and white elements along with a multitude of colors. It's just so pretty. And of course, the subject of the layout is pretty cool too. Before you go, make sure you subscribe to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel. When you do, click the bell indicator. That way you'll know each and every time a new video is posted. And I'll see you guys next time.